Hello and welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. It's happy hour. I have a special cocktail and an even more special guest. It's Ainsley Earhardt from Fox and Friends.
I'm not more special than this.
No, well, I made this special for you.
Thank you. What's it?
I combed here. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to Ainsley and
Cheers
your
to Kennedy.
grace and beauty.
Thank you. My skirt's too short. This is a very short skirt, Kennedy.
Oh, that's okay.
There we go. Is that better?
I'm so glad. You can't see my shoes.
look
Look, they're
cute.
Jordans.
I love them. This is so good.
This
What is the sugar
it's
stuff
called a
around it?
flower drop.
Yum.
So it's a lemon drop with some Saint Germain, some elderflower liqueur.
Love that.
Because I wanted to do something lemony. So this is why I love AI. Because I wanted to do something light with vodka, fresh lemon juice, and Saint Germain. And then it's not sweetened with simple syrup. I always use Splenda.
Love that.
Because Splenda like absorbs in alcohol
Yeah.
beautifully, and then
Yeah.
you have the sweetness without like 700 calories.
Okay. Amazing.
So I put it into AI. I was like, I have vodka, Saint Germain, lemon juice, and I put simple syrup, even though it's Splenda, and it said, make a flower drop. You have all the ingredients.
Okay, I'm going to look this up because I drink vodka and lemonade, like the no sugar lemonade.
Yeah.
I know that's bad for you because it has all the junk in it. I should do regular lemonade. And then put a little bit of water on top of that with a
Nice.
lot of ice. So good, but I'm kind of getting tired of it because
Yeah.
it's my drink of choice. I might start doing this.
Yeah, but do what you're doing and just add a little bit of Saint Germain. Yes.
Okay. It's so good.
I know, isn't it
Thank
yummy?
you. Mm-hmm. How are you doing?
These are crazy times. It's very
Crazy.
interesting because we have, between us, 3 kids, 3 different ages. And, you know, obviously you have to go home and talk to your daughter. My daughters are so worried about political violence, and they're so sad that there are people who feel like you can take a disagreement to a deadly place. How do you talk to your daughter about that?
Well, she's only 9. She's in 4th grade. So when Charlie died, I was watching it at home. I just picked her up from school. All the moms were comparing notes. Sean had just called me and said Charlie Kirk's been shot. And we weren't sure if he was going to be able to survive that.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And so then I went to school pickup. All the parents are talking about it. Get in the car.
And I'm sure they all come up to you like, oh, you know
They
everything.
do.
Yeah.
Because and my daughter goes to a conservative school pretty much. It's a Christian school. So most of the people that were asking me about it watch Fox. They know Charlie.
Okay.
Follow Charlie. And so I went home and we were watching TV just to see what happened. And my daughter comes in and she's been asking me for so many months now. We used to have a hamster. I left the door open to the cage one night. My phone rang. I went to go grab it, forgot. Hamster gets out. That was Valentine's Day weekend. So I told my daughter the hamster is in the subway falling in love with a rat. We have no idea what would happen to this hamster. So she's been asking me since February for a hamster. I kept saying, no. We have a dog. I've gotten you. She rides horses. We lease
You have
2
a
horses.
lot of
We're not doing
species,
this.
yeah.
So, and it's too much responsibility. We're gone a lot. So she walked in the room and she's, Mom, I have a play date. Do you mind? Can I please go to the store and get a hamster? And I looked at her and I needed her out of the apartment because Charlie had just passed away. And I wanted to watch the coverage and I wanted to cry and I wanted to talk to Sean and all of our friends and family about it. So Hayden left the apartment. And I have this great lady that helps me with her. She took Hayden and a friend. And I said, you can get Sean calls it the rat. You can get the rodent. Yes, you can get your hamster. You only live once. You only have one
And
childhood.
luckily hamsters don't live
And
that long.
They don't.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. I did all the
Especially
research.
if-
We were looking at
If they
the
go into the
dragons.
subway.
We were looking at those
Yeah.
the bearded dragons. They last like forever, and they grow about that big, including their tail. You have to get a massive
Yeah.
aquarium. And she could potentially take that thing to college with her or leave it with me. No, not having that. We looked at bunnies. Bunnies last a long time. So we had looked at
they
adopting
really?
a bunny.
Okay.
They can. So we were going to adopt like a 5-year-old bunny because I want to say they live to be like 12 years old,
So
something
they're like
that.
dogs.
Yes.
See,
it's
I
a
would assume
commitment.
like hamsters and gerbils live like a year, 2 tops.
They do.
Guinea
That's
pigs,
good.
maybe 3 or 4. And I
Yeah.
assumed rabbits would be 5.
No.
That is
And everyone
shocking.
told me don't get a rabbit. Did you ever have one? Because
Yes.
pellets are all over your
Everywhere.
your
And they
apartment.
smell.
And
They smell as bad as cats.
That's what I've heard.
And you can't teach them to use a litter
A cat
box.
smells?
Well, I
The
mean,
litter box?
yeah. I'm not a huge cat fan.
I didn't have it. We had one for like 2 seconds in college.
Yeah, I've never had a cat, and God willing, I never will.
Hayden,
And there are
Hayden wants
people
a
who
cat
like
too.
love So my youngest daughter is so allergic to cats. So,
Oh.
but she's such an animal person, she can't help herself. So when she goes to her best friend's house, her best friend has 2 hairless cats. Oh, they're so attractive. And so Lotus, of course, has to pick them up and pet them and touch them and love them. And she comes home,
She's allergic to the hairless ones?
Yes.
Oh.
So imagine what
So
she's
she's
like with cats with hair.
Right.
It's awful.
No bueno.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, so yeah, it's been hard. So I didn't have to talk to Hayden about it. Hayden saw that I was crying, and she said, "What's going on?" And I said, "Mama just lost one of her friends, or Mama's friend was just shot." And then she said when she came home, "Did your friend pass away?" And I said, "Yes, but he was such a strong Christian. He's with Jesus."
Yes.
So that was basically all we kind of said.
Yeah. But it's
Kept her away
scary,
from it.
man.
It is. How are your girls feeling about this?
It feels different. So the one in college, talks to all of her friends, and they can't make sense of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's the age group.
Right.
Like guys in their early 20s, like that's the age group where I don't know what is happening to them, but they are isolated. They're being radicalized somehow, and it's like, what do? Profile every 22-year-old male in the country? You can't do that.
What do they say? What is the type of guy? Because we went to college, and Charlie was speaking to that group, to college students.
Yeah.
What kind of a group is it? Are they saying that all their friends are like this and all their friends are super political now? Are they long gone are the days of keg parties and
No.
like all that in
it depends.
college?
It depends. Like, she's at, kind of a party school. I'm being very, very kind.
Right.
And it's interesting because a lot of guys her age now are conservative, like more than I would say 10 years ago or even 20 years ago, because, younger people were just assumed to be liberal. And, the only way to rebel is to become a conservative. And Charlie Kirk and his message resonated with guys that age because,
Right.
It's like when you look around and you see people who have bad arguments, saying mean things, and demonizing you.
Yeah.
The most important thing is to come up with a counter argument and come up with a way of disarming their emotional attacks. And that's what Charlie Kirk did. And that, in and of itself, aside from his faith and his political beliefs, that was really powerful for younger men because they had felt so powerless, especially in college, for so long.
Yeah, and when I learned more about Charlie after death than I did during death.
Yes.
Was friends with him. We all interviewed him. He was at Fox, and he was on Fox and Friends a week and a half before he died. I walk in the green room and I'm like, whoa, I forgot how tall you are,
Yeah.
Charlie. And he was always so nice to me. But then when I remember when he was shot, I kept thinking, I wish I had known this. I wish that God had told me that this was going to happen, and I would have told him, don't go, because I just saw him. And then when we heard Erica's speech, it was so touching. But God has used this in a weird way. You hate to say it because I love Erica, and I'm so sorry. This gunman changed the trajectory of her life and her children's lives, and changed all of us in a way, but also woke up America. And now we're seeing the Christian messages that it's okay if you're a woman to stay at home and raise your babies. It's okay to want to get married early. And it's okay if you want to save yourself for marriage. It's okay if you don't want to hook up on a whim. If you want to, have a serious boyfriend. All those messages that our grandparents believed that we know are the values that we should be living by. We know it. We're all convicted by it. That's why we don't go out and broadcast if we've done something wrong. We know the truth. We know what God wants us to do.
Yeah.
We have convictions. But society and culture has made all of the opposite of how we grew up so much cooler, that it's okay to sleep around. It's okay to do this.
Yeah, that it's empowering, and
Yeah,
you don't really,
yeah.
and that's what I've always talked to my girls about is, every time you sleep with someone, you give a piece of yourself away that you can never get back.
You do.
And that's why you have to think very, very carefully and really ponder if you want to commit a piece of yourself to someone else, even if you're not going to be together. And then, of course, I tell them that no matter what happens between you, guys are always going to tell their friends exactly what happened.
That's true.
And never give dudes nudes because they will share them with all their friends.
Oh my gosh.
And especially when you break up, it's
That wasn't even an option for us. Like, that's what you're dealing with.
Thank God we
You
didn't have
these
iPhones.
girls, right?
yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary what we would have been caught doing. I mean, because I had some days before I became a strong Christian. I still make lots of mistakes that I don't want people to know about, you know? But my gosh, we were out every night in college. I was out and we were drinking every single night. It's amazing. We came home alive. Like sometimes I would just get like some guy at the bar. Will you drop me off at my dorm?
Can you imagine the trust it took our parents to send us away into the world, having no idea? Why were they so trusting?
I don't know. My dorm was right on the other side of the restaurants on Tennessee Street at Florida State. I would leave the bar. My friends would say, I'm going to go. That friend would say, I'm going to go. I'd say, okay, I'm going to stay. Sometimes I'd just walk across Tennessee Street, walk through the campus and go to my dorm. I mean, anything could have happened. Oh my gosh. How are you dealing with it? How are you dealing with your kids? Because now that I'm a mom, she's my only child. So, like, not that it matters because you don't want
but the most important thing for any parent is to always keep the line of communication open and eavesdrop. Like, I'm a huge fan of eavesdropping.
Okay.
And it's like,
read the diary. You read the journal?
I never read the journal. But I always would I always eavesdrop. Like, you know, it's like stuff is going to shock you. Sometimes you have to bite your tongue.
Yeah.
But
that's what someone else gave me. Someone here at work told me that.
It's really important to know what's going on. And then always make sure you set the table so your daughter will talk to you about things. Because there are times where you'll try and talk to her and she'll totally pull away. But if you're always there, like a good friend of mine was like, always show up. No matter what happens, keep showing up. Even if it seems like they don't want to be around you, they still need you. And then when those doors open and they want to have a conversation, like always be there and be receptive. Try to listen without judgment, although it's impossible for me, and just talk to them about everything.
Yeah. So we've gotten to the stage where she's starting to talk to me about her emotions and how stressed she is because she has a lot of homework in fourth grade. They're preparing them for middle school. And so we have like some Sunday night, we had 3 hours worth of homework. So I'm learning to be patient. I'm learning not to get upset if she gets up to go to the bathroom. Then she goes to get a snack. Then she'll do like one question. Mom, I got to the bathroom. One more question. So I just finally laughed about it and I started imitating her. I said, this is you. This is you. And I got up and she thought it was so funny. So I thought that's a good icebreaker. Yeah. But that's where we are right now. She's telling me how stressed she is. So I'm talking to her. I talked to her teachers about it.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
So she is so far so good, open with me about her feelings.
That's great.
But yet, I mean, we haven't had the other talks
about those will happen. And
how old were your girls when you talked to them about that?
The older one found out a lot at gymnastics.
Yes.
And then came home and was like, beep, beep, beep. And I was like, okay, now we're gonna. But I started with period stuff first.
That's what we've done that.
Yeah. Before we got to the birds and the bees, because we're walking down the street one day, and Lotus is like, "Where do babies come from?" And I was like, a man plants a seed in a woman's lady garden. Kaylee's like, that's all you're going to tell her? Really? I'm like, right now we're on the street, like in public. And she's like, lady garden? And I was like, stop it right now.
Use the real words, which I'm going to be like, do I have to? My dad used the real words when my mom and dad sat down at our kitchen table. I was in third grade because I had a sixth grade sister.
Yes.
So we learned it all at the same time.
Yeah.
They made us watch a National Geographic video of like animals. And then they sat us down at the kitchen table, and my dad used all the real words. So we laugh about it now. I'm like, Dad, if I heard you say this one word one more time, I was going to throw up. But anyway.
See, wombats also have vaginas.
Yes. This word was worse. It's what the men do. The E word. It was so bad. It was so bad.
No, I know. And I remember the pediatrician telling me that when they were little, like, always use the anatomical words. Don't use nicknames.
Right.
And I was like, why? Like, I don't want to run around going, vagina.
Right.
And
Oprah said the same thing. I remember watching a doctor on Oprah, and she said, use the same ones. Don't call this your cookie, because then your children are confused, and then you make cookies in the kitchen. Yeah. So use the real word, because you don't want to make it a stigma. You don't want to make it embarrassing. And they said also, when your kids ask you, don't laugh. Take it seriously, because you want them to know they can always come to you, and it's not a funny thing. It's something that's serious.
My girls make fun of me for using the word intercourse. They're like, the way you say intercourse, you're such a square.
No, but I get it. What other word would you use?
Yeah.
You don't want to say sex
Or
to your girls.
boinking. Yeah.
No.
No.
I agree. I think that's what I'll use when I have to do that.
But she's going to have questions, and just let her know the door is always open.
Yes.
She can talk about stuff because, there are going to be times like teenagers individuate. That is their job.
Yeah.
Like they are programmed to be independent, and it can be heartbreaking. Don't take it personally. It is what they're meant to do.
Yeah.
Their prefrontal cortex detaches from the rest of their brain, and it is the irrational season, but they still need you. They need you as much when they're teenagers as they do when they're toddlers.
When did that start for you? Do you remember what grade?
14.
14.
For everything.
What grade is that? Like 7th grade?
That was the beginning of 9th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
like we made it through middle school, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I'm going to have 2. And then 14 hit, and it was like, holy underwear.
Yeah.
What?
Not ready for this.
Who are you, and what have you done with my calm, sweet, innocent
We're
daughter?
starting. I mean, I see she's such a sweet child. She's very sensitive. She loves me, and we have a great relationship. But I'm starting, sometimes she'll try to, Mom, I'm doing it. Mom, give me a second. And I'll, excuse me, don't use that tone with me.
Yeah.
But she's not bad. It's just that's
it's
what
not
she
bad.
says occasionally.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just,
she's already
it's
in that.
part
She's
of the
only
process.
9.
Yeah, Mom. I always
The
make fun of my I always
mama.
make fun of my girls. So, Mom.
Yeah.
It's like, use your words.
Are they
Use
out
your
of it
words.
now? Are they out of the stage?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it ebbs and flows, but by and large, it's like now we have a great time because now we're like playing Yahtzee and
Having
making
fun,
fun
shopping
of people
together. Yeah.
Pele calls me from school and gives me all the tea.
Oh, that's
Like
good.
all the tea. Like I feel like I'm watching a reality show when she tells me, because then I get to go to school and meet everyone she's told me about, and I was like,
Oh, I
that's the
know
guy
a
who
lot
peed on the
about you.
TV. Yeah.
Right?
Yes. So
That's cute that she tells you. I hope Hayden does.
she will. She absolutely will.
I hope so.
You guys are close, and
We are.
A good friend of mine said it's the funnel theory. Like a funnel is like this. So when they're little, they'll listen to everything. They'll take everything in, and it gets less and less and less. So you have to make sure when they're up here that you are the one feeding them all the ideas and their morals and the notion that you are the most trustworthy, wonderful confidant that she could ever have, and that is the truth. And you're an amazing mom.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. The one thing I have to work on is we were at breakfast on Sunday, or like brunch. We went to church, and then we met all the guys, the moms, and all of our little girls went to church. I had like a bunch of girls sleeping over this weekend, and we all wanted to go to church because after the Charlie Kirk thing. So we meet the guys at the restaurant, and the kids were leaving to go to dance, and Hayden really just started feeling like super stressed, and she's going through a lot just with this extra schoolwork. And I was like, what's going on? Is it, you're riding your horses, you're doing dance, you have a lot of homework.
Yeah.
Do we need to just like calm down and slow things down? And so she was upset with me because people at the table were like, is she okay? What's going on? What were you talking to her about? And I said, nothing, it's fine. She's just a little stressed. And Hayden was like, Mom, why are you telling everybody?
Aww.
So I've got to work on that.
Yeah.
I don't want her to see me. That's about the second time she's heard me just tell my friends, nothing's wrong. It's fine.
Yeah.
She's just a little stressed with her schedule.
Yeah.
So we need to figure things out. But to her, it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
So I need to work on that.
She
because
doesn't want to feel judged.
She doesn't want to feel judged, and she wants her secrets to stay with her mother.
Yeah.
She wants to be able to trust me, not to, to protect her.
Yeah, and also I think it's fine to apologize to your children. I really do.
Yeah.
When you've crossed the line, when you've said something hurtful, like I'm a big believer that you say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Forgive me. Extend me some grace.
Right.
Because even moms need that too.
Right.
Yes.
And even if you share it with your friends, like I need to talk to my friends about things that are going on because I need to get their input and find out the ones with older
Especially
kids.
with
Have
older
y'all been
kids.
through this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I need to be better about not sharing her stuff in front of her.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty private about the major stuff, but just something like that. Like, how do I get through? What do I do? Do I see a counselor? Is this a big deal? Or is this like small potatoes in just the beginning of the school year and she's trying to work her way through it? But anyway.
And she will. Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Beautiful Ainsley.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to talk to you.
I'm so happy to talk to you too.
You are the flower drop of my dreams.
I love a flour drop. I'm going to look up the recipe. Oh, I like this. There's a little bit more of the sugar stuff.
Yeah.
You put that on the side.
Yeah,
you roll it in
just on one part of it.
That's really good.
Oh, that's good.
I've got to go to Hayden's
Medicinal.
school to pick her up. It must smell real good.
You can have mine too.
No.
They'll be like,
no,
oh,
no.
lemonade.
And then I have to take her to the doctor. Her doctor and her school will be very judgmental of their mom, but this is so good. I want to drink it all.
bet the doctor wants some too. This has been Kennedy Saves the World along with Ainsley Earhardt. I'm Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app. Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.